Hey guys, how are you doing? Hopefully having a great day. So today's video is going to be a little bit different than my usual videos. I'm going to talk to you guys about what I believe is the best rod and reel you can buy for $200. So the reel retails for $100 USD and the rod retails for $100 USD. I've been using this reel for about a year now, and it's been a phenomenal reel. As for the rod just came out in the winter time, so I've been using it ever since I got my hands on one. And I do fish a lot more than a weekend warrior, I guess you could say, so I do feel like I got a lot of experience on this rod and reel that I can recommend it to you guys to buy yourself and to use for all of your bass and other multi-species needs. So first off, let's talk about the reel. I have the Shimano Canon right here, 150A. This is actually the HG model, which means it's a 7:2 to 1 gear ratio. Like I said, I've been using this reel for about a year now. I feel like I've put it to the test. I've used everything from jerk baits to crankbaits to chatterbaits to jig on this reel. I used braid on it, and now I'm using some fluorocarbon on it. Really put this reel to the test, and as of right now, I absolutely love it, and I'm really happy with my purchase. As you guys can see here, it's a low profile reel, so it fits very nicely in your hand. Nice black slick finish with some red accents. Really cool looking reel as well. This reel actually has the variable braking system by Shimano, so to access that, all you gotta do is pop the side plate open, take it off, nice and snug, there you go, and to turn on your brakes, you just gotta push them to the on side, as of like that, just like that. I'm going to have them all off as of right now. Usually I only run 2 of these, so I will pop one on, and the one opposite to it I will also pop on, just like that. That's usually how I run it. If it gets really windy, I'll pop on 3. If it's flat calm out, I will usually have 1 on. I rarely ever run with 0 or with all 4 of them on. But then again, it just depends on the wind conditions. So this reel has 11 pounds of drag, so you're able to use it for many different applications. Like I said, I've used it from cranking to jerk baits to jigs. You're able to horse fish out of it. Overall, really good drag system on it. I haven't had any issues of the drag not being smooth, or the drag slipping awkwardly or not engaging when it has to, when I have it set properly. So very smooth drag. Again, 11 pounds. This reel has 4 bearings and 1 roller bearing, so it's really smooth, and I haven't had any issues with any noise or any sand-like feeling from the gears or anything like that. Like I said, I've been fishing it for a little over a year now, and very solid reel. But like I said, that is the reel right there. Absolutely amazing reel. I'm really happy with my purchase. Like I said, I bought it about a year, maybe a little bit over a year ago. I've used other reels in the $100 mark. I've used the Loose Speed Spool LFS, not as solid as this reel in my opinion. I've used the Fluger Supreme, okay reel, but it was a little bit more bulky, and it didn't feel as comfortable in hand. I've used a couple reels in the $110, $120 mark. The Shimano Casitas, if you guys have watched this channel, you know I love that reel. This is a really nice reel for the price, but if you guys can spend the extra 20 bucks, go with the Casitas. I'm pretty sure it outcasts my Curados. It's a wicked reel. But like I said, if you're on a budget and you only have $100 to spend for a reel, definitely go with this guy. I would not recommend spending any less than $80 or so on a reel. When it comes to baitcasting reels, you really get what you pay for. So I'd recommend spending, if you're new to fishing, I recommend spending an $80 to $120 for one of your first baitcasters. So now on to the rod. You cannot go wrong with this rod for $100. This rod is built for the tournament anglers that don't have too much money to spend on a lot of rods. You guys know if you're tournament fishing, you gotta have a couple rods on deck to be prepared for any situation. Like I said, this retails for $100 USD, and it's a wicked rod. So you got yourself nice cork handle grip right here. I'm a huge cork fan, so I really appreciate that. Got some foam on the butt over here, not a big deal. Usually don't use it that much when you're holding the rod, at least. You got yourself a 30-ton carbon construction, which is really nice, sensitive rod. I have many rods from this lineup. I have the 7-foot medium heavy fast action rod I use for my jigs, as most of you guys know that follow me love that rod. I have a couple of the cranking rods. This is actually a cranking rod that I have with me right now. This is the 7.4 medium heavy mod action. This is actually a glass composite rod, so you have a little bit more of a limber tip, able to keep those hooks in the fish when you're playing them and fighting them back into the boat. But overall, amazing rod. You have the Fuji Alkalite guides. You guys probably can't really see too well, but you got Fuji guides on there, so you got the whole package for $100. So if this is going to be one of your first baitcasters, I want to quickly recommend what you guys should buy from this lineup. So the Shimano Cannon reel, again $100. I recommend you go with the 7 gear ratio, the 7:2 to 1, or the 150 HG. It's a little more versatile than the 6 gear ratio, in my opinion, of course. You can use jigs with this, chatterbaits with this, spinnerbaits with this, pretty much everything with this. If you're going to be using a crankbait, I recommend you go with the 6 gear ratio, but that's just up to you. Again, the 7 gear ratio is a little bit more versatile. You can always slow down easier than you can speed up. For the rod, if you're going to be using one baitcaster, this is your first baitcaster, I recommend you go with the 7-foot medium heavy fast action rod. Again, most versatile. You can throw jigs, frogs, worms, creatures, spinnerbaits, chatterbaits, pretty much everything other than crankbaits. For crankbaits, I seriously recommend going with a moderate action tip. You have a little bit more give in the tip, so the fish don't get too much of a leverage on the hooks and they don't spit the hooks out. You're also able to allow the fish to eat the bait before or while you're setting the hook, just because it has a more limber tip. But 7-foot medium heavy fast action, for sure the most versatile rod. But that's a wrap for today's video. Again, $200 combo. You can actually probably find this Cannon reel for a lot cheaper than $100. Have a look on Amazon or eBay or some stores that are having sales. But epic combo for the price. Absolutely love it so far. And you guys should go have a look. Go to your local store, pick up this rod, pick up this reel, hold it in your hand, see if you like it. If you like it, consider buying it, because I have loved this rod and reel so far. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.